So today we're going to go over setting up this combo box right here. And let's go ahead and just hit play. This allows us to go ahead and search through our user information, and then we're going to pull up this box for a Power Automate integration. So stay tuned. This will be a very informative discussion on creating user boxes based on the user accounts within your Office 365 environment. So stay tuned. Thanks. Okay, so let's just jump right into this. This is available again in this booklet here that you can get. I think it's $2.99 for the book. Here's a URL. Well, the nice thing about the book is it allows you to walk through where I may miss steps. We kind of go through a little closer here in making sure that everything's represented properly. So let's get started with first things first. The first thing that we need to do before we kind of jump right into this is we need to set up a connector. And it's this connector right here that I want, this Office 365 connector. But to do that, I'm just going to click on Add Data. I'm going to type in Office 365. And do you see where it comes up right there? Office 365 Users. That's what I want to select. So I select that and then I find the account that I want it with. Now, it happens to be that I already have it loaded. And so that's all goodness. The reason why we have this is that we can pull up all of the information within our Office 365 environment for the usernames. I'm going to show you how to configure all of this and get it to work. Okay, so that's kind of step one, is to get that set up. Step two, and again, the advantage of purchasing the book is that you can just take in the PDF and do a copy, right? Copy the code out. So the books are really designed for you to go screen by screen, and the video is just to enhance that. So I'm going to go ahead and add some commentary, but if you're not going to buy the book, at least do a screenshot so you have this information for you. So we're going to basically add the combo box. We're going to insert it here, and then we're going to add this code under items. Now we could add the code right here in the top, which we're probably going to do in this example. So let's go ahead and go back here. We've created a screen here called Office 365 User Screen, and I've gone ahead and installed this combo box. But to do that, we're just going to hit up there, Insert, and then Combo. Now, if you're running the modern look, remember you have this combo box, and then you have this combo box. We're talking about the classic combo box in this, and you just click Go. Okay, and then you see here, you're going to select the Office 365 environment. Now, as soon as you do it, you're going to come up with this error. It's going to error you out. Now, I've already written in the code, so we're just going to go ahead and go back to the items here on this code, on this box right here. See it right there? And we can just copy that over. Now this would be just like you copying it out of the PDF file from the booklet. So, and then we're just going to paste that in under items, and let's see if that helps. Now, notice that combo box did not give me a red line, most likely because I have a combo box one, but most likely when you're setting it up for yourself, you're going to get a red squiggly line under here that's going to look like this, right? Because most likely you don't have this box. So this is the new box. Notice, remember, you got the little things around it here. And this is it, Combo Box 5. So we're just going to go ahead and back into that, Combo Box 5. Sure enough, it appears. And nothing, you don't need to change any of the other values, okay? And that's it. It's really that simple. So now we've got that box all set up. And let's see what else we need to do with it. Let's go back to the instructions in the booklet. Okay, so we set that up. Good. So the next screen here, it has us go into the properties and set up the fields. And if you notice here, we've selected a few fields: display name, job title, display name. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back and do that. So here we're going to go, it says go to properties, which we're in. Notice fields, edit, and it had selected double, triple. We're just going to do, we'll do what it says, person here. So we're not going to do an image. Let's just do double. Primary text, we want it to be the display name. Okay, so right here, this is the display name. and we're going to search on the display name. Okay. And then the secondary text, we want it to be the email. Okay. So I don't know how I set it up in the book. Oh, I did display, job, and display. You can do whatever you want here. It really doesn't matter that much, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and close that. And then let's go to the next screen. Now, the reason why we're doing this is because of this problem in Power Automate, specifically with this code right here. So I explain a lot of this. So sometimes when you're passing this information, we need to get the result of this dropdown put into a plain text box for whatever we need that for. And in this case, it happens to be for this Power Automate, which is covered in another video. But to pass, basically take this email address and pass it to Power Automate so it can do a query. So just back on this screen, this is what we're working on right here, recipient of the report. This right here is a variable collection, excuse me, that we created for these values to actually collect from a column within the environment. So I go over that in another video. But for this, let's just go ahead and create this variable right here. Now, in this example here on this screen, I did it at the app screen level. So, but we're going to do it at the on visible so I can show you two different ways. If we do it up here with app, we're going to say the start screen right here, and then we can put in this information if we want. Okay, I'm sorry, it's on start, not start screen. Okay, so then we can put in all of these, and you can see there's lots of variables in there. Okay, we're not going to do it there. We're going to do it on this screen, and there's the variable right there. Now, why did we do it on this screen? First of all, the biggest reason is because, remember, if you put variables or whatever collections here, that means every time you hit this screen, it's going to refresh that collection. If you put the collection here at the app level, every time the application refreshes, it's going to refresh the variable. So you just need to be careful on where you place your variables and your collections. In this case, we're just going to set it right here. var user combo, that's a name I made up. You could give it any name you want. And then 2 quotation marks here just means blank data. I don't want to put anything in it. Just set it to blank right now because we're going to reset it here in just a minute. Okay, so we've gone ahead and set up this variable. We're good to go there. Now we're going to capture the data into the variable. Now, again, good reason to have the booklet. We can just do this, right, and do a copy. And notice here, let's go over this. This is the variable you just created right here, okay? This one right here. This first record means that we're collecting the first value that comes up, okay, in this as the combo box looks for names. The one that we select is the one we want, which is good. Combo box 1 is the name right here, okay, of the box dot selected items, meaning all the items that are in that combo box. And then we're looking for mail. So we're looking for the email address. We could change that to display if we want to, or another variable, but we're looking for mail. So let's see how that all works out. Okay, so here we're going to click on there, and it was inside, and I just forgot, on change. Okay, so we're going to just look at on change here. There it is right there, and it's currently set to false. We're just going to paste that in. And of course, it's going to still be okay because combo box 1's there, but it's not the combo box we want it to work off of. We want to go off of 5. Okay? So what this is saying that as soon as we get the change in here, as soon as the box changes from blank to this variable, right? As soon as it happens, we're going to dump this data into the variable, whatever that information is, which happens to be the mail. Now we could put display. Let's put display name just as an example, and we'll show you what we mean here. Okay, so here we're going to say, okay, so we're going to do display name now. Okay, so but we're using the same variable in this test. So let's go ahead and change this real quick. We're going to add another variable. okay? Because I got two of them going here. We're going to add this one, and we're going to call this combo 1, okay? So we're going to add a second variable. So there you go. That's how you do two variables. And we're going to go back to this guy here, excuse me, and we're going to put him back on change. We're going to set him back to male, which he's set at. And this guy, we're going to put to male as well. Okay. And we're going to put him to combo 1. Okay. So let's play with that just for a minute. Okay, so here we're going to go ahead and take that out, and we're going to find here, boom. Notice it's giving me the email address, which is what we want, right? We told it here to give us email address. We're going to do something different on this one, though. Okay, so here we're saying whenever we find this text, we want it to give the display name instead. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and see if we've got all the pieces in there. Let's just say, there we go. Now notice this one's giving us 2 values, where this one only gave us 1, which is fine. We're going to click on that. We don't want any more, and we're going to click out. But this still doesn't show up. So let's see why that is. Well, the reason why is because we didn't put a box in there yet. So let's go ahead and create a label. We're going to put that label in there just like that. And now we're going to set this label to say whatever the variable is. In this case, it happens to be collection, no, what is it? See why I write it down so I can remember what it is. Oh, var user, that's it. Var user combo box 1 is what we want. And there's the display name. Remember, this is the variable, okay? So this is the most confusing part of this. So you've taken here and you're collecting the information from, if we look over here to items, let me see here, items. We're collecting right here, we're collecting the information from Office 365 users. We're searching for that information. We're putting it there. Great. When that change occurs, we're automatically on that variable that we created, remember on the on visible, we're taking that data from that combo box, which happens to be here, and we're displaying the name. That's all we're doing. And then for this, we're displaying just the variable. Now, if we were to say, give me that one, okay, it's going to give me the address just like on top, but I just want the display name. Okay, pretty cool, huh? So let's go ahead and run this one more time. Now, if you want the names to stay in there, by the way, dandy. Now, one thing that I don't like about this is, look, when you do a search for Jeff, for example, it comes up, I select it, and see how I have to click here and then click outside of it. Okay? I don't like that. Okay? So it's too many clicks in my opinion. Okay? So gotta click. So how do we get rid of that? So if we go here, click on the box, go to properties. Oops, we're already in advance. Let's just go there. And let's just say multi. So if I'm not going to have multiple people in this email, I can have multiple people if I want with their addresses, but I'm not doing that in here. I'm going to set this bad boy to false. Okay? And the other thing I want to do is I don't want the name lingering there. So I'm going to go to reset. I'm going to set this bad boy to true. Okay? And then the next thing I'm going to do is, I can't remember where that is. Where's find items? I know it's kind of towards, there it is right there. Input text. I'm going to change this to say search for name. Okay? Boom. Okay, so that's how that works. So let's see what it looks like. Without this, remember we're doing multiple clicks here. And we're, again, saying Jeff. And then we're picking it, and it gives us the information that we need. Great. Now, let's do that here. We pick it, but notice I don't have to click anywhere else. I'm good to go, right? And it displays the name. And as soon as if I had more boxes on here that I could click on, it would get rid of this information as well for me because we have reset set to true. At least I think we did, didn't we? Yeah, so it would reset the box for us, but since we're not doing that, you just kind of gotta go in there and do that. Okay, so that's it. That's let's just check in on the box. So we got this explained here. Here's where we explain. Oh, for me, for this example, I'm using this information in Power Automate, so I don't need it displayed. And so because I don't need it displayed, I can just set my visible property here to false if I want. I'm not going to do it now, but I can do that. And that's what that's explaining here. And then setting up the user variable. And then here, oh, here it is right here. Input, that's where we put search for user. And this is the multi-text explained. So that is it. That's how we go ahead and add a user selection box from Office 365, and we can integrate it. We get it ready to integrate with Power Automate. Again, if you want to download this book, it's right here. You can go here, look for this book number right here, or I think you can just do an internet search for this and find it as well. Good luck.